Episode 1 of Motherwell Daft. It's Crofty here in Canada, and Peter Elder, you're in Motherwell.
I'm in Motherwell. Well, strictly speaking, it's Wishaw, but we'll not split hairs. Do you know what I mean?
It's Wishy. You're in Wishy.
Yes, Wishy. Yes, exactly. We're Motherwell Daft. You're Motherwell and I'm Daft. We'll be fine. This is all going to go well. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, this is like pre St Mirren, right? And we were talking last night about the fact that we don't have a Motherwell podcast, so we thought we're going to change that. You and I have connections to Motherwell, not just as fans, but we actually we were stewards back in the day. We were looking after the public.
Yeah, I think I remember about 33, 34 years ago, which is absolutely crazy to think. But,
I know.
And I think we both looked a wee bit different kind of back then, I think,
I think we've aged well. I think we've aged like a fine malt whiskey. You know what I mean?
Well, you've aged like a fine malt whiskey. I think I've aged like a fine milk, but not to worry.
Big shout out to Roberta, who used to work in the tuck shop bit, selling the pies and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Do you remember Roberta?
You've got a better memory than me for names, I'll tell you.
I know. I was in the family stand, so I remember that well. What much did we get paid? Was it like, how much was it? Was it 14 quid or something?
It was that at the very, very most. It was pocket money, to be honest. But
it was all about watching the game. It was all about watching the game. I remember I went.
No. We weren't watching the game. We were watching the crowd. We were professional.
Aye. Right. And then they changed it and made us made me stand at a back door for half the game. And I'm like, nah, I'll just go and watch the game. Do you know what I mean? We've also both hosted hospitality at Fir Park.
Yes, that's right.
Your reign lasted a bit longer than mine, to be fair.
Yeah, I did that for about 5 years and thoroughly enjoyed it. Met some great people, and obviously got to know a few of the players that were there at the time. It was really enjoyable, and as you're probably about to allude to, but I'll jump in and steal the thunder. We've both done a bit of stadium announcing as well.
We have. You've done Fir Park, and I was Paul Cooney. Remember Scott Sports Paul Cooney? I was his stand-in man at Hampden.
Wow.
He'll no thank me for saying that, to be honest. He doesn't like me bringing him up.
Paul Cooney's stunt double. Who'd have thought it, Gary? Yeah. That's no bad going, eh?
I always, when I started out in radio, I always thought a perfect blend of Gary Marshall and Paul Cooney. That's kind of where I focused.
That's where you were pitching it, just up there. Yeah.
Anyway, this is episode 1, so it's pre St Mirren. The reason we're doing it is we could win the league this year, and it's sacrilege that we don't have a podcast. And I actually have put money on Motherwell to win the league, which means it'll no happen.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, it's good to see some folk have still got more money than sense. That's wonderful news. Do you know what I mean? But I love your passion anyway. Do you know what I mean? I love your passion.
I think. Do you know what I like where we're at though? I like that nobody's really giving us a chance. Nobody's giving us a chance, and we're just quietly there.
I prefer Motherwell teams kind of flying under the radar, being ones that were not spoken about. I mean, obviously we've received a lot of praise this year, and quite rightly, for a lot of our football. The way we've approached it, Jens has turned it round remarkably. The way some of the stuff we've done, the way we destroyed Celtic back in December. The performances against Rangers, where we've dominated for the most part. We've given away some daft goals over the time, but we knew that was a possibility given we've got playing out from the back. But that's part of the Motherwell roller coaster. But we're more and more consistent, including cup ties. We've only lost 5 games, and I think about 35 that we've played this season. I mean, that's unheard of for Motherwell.
No, it's incredible. Let's talk about that cup tie before we get to St Mirren, right? What was that? That? What was that referee and the VAR referee all about, man? Honest to God, is the VAR guy got something against Motherwell?
Well, last year he was the guy who's on VAR, Chris Graham. He was on.
Chris Graham.
He was on. He was a referee who sent off Dan Casey last year for supposedly grabbing a player by the throat, and he stuck by his decision. And it was proved to be not very good. Yeah. But, I mean, first of all, just to kind of, I suppose, go back to before the red cards, I wasn't 100% sold on making so many changes to the team. I understand we want to rotate. My thought would have been do some rotation tonight and last Sunday against Aberdeen in the league. You can claw back league points. if you don't win some games. Once you're out the cup, that's it. And we are desperate to win a trophy. And yes, the red cards were very, very harsh, both of them. Before that, though, we also made mistakes. The goalkeeper with the pass out, Liam Gordon dallying on the ball. And that's on us. We take ownership in that. From that, though, I think, the decisions were very, very harsh and had a material impact on what we were able to do. But we have to take ownership of our own errors. We haven't made too many this year in terms of team selections and with the ball. It's a hard lesson to take, especially because you look at the cup and it's really open this year. Obviously, 1-0 Rangers are Celtic. They're going to go out in the next round. We don't play at East End Park, which Hibs will testify isn't a gimme, but it's not going to Celtic Park or Ibrox in a cup tie. You've got at least a reasonable chance. But so they're kind of feeling real disappointment there. But we want to try and get St Mirren tonight. They seem to be quite uppity about us being credited with playing some good football. And yeah, I don't get the hatred. You know what I mean? Stephen Robinson's their manager. I love Rob. He did a great job with us.
Aye, me too. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. But he is the one in that semi-final that really worked out of how to get us. Yeah. And they outplayed us in the semi-final. So I'm concerned. This isn't a given tonight. This is a tough match.
No, it really is. Because St Mirren have had a bit of a dip in form recently. They're now, I think, only 3 points ahead of Kilmarnock, or might even be level with Kilmarnock. Honestly can't remember. But they've been dragged into the playoff fight with Kilmarnock and Dundee, so they really need points. And at home, they're a tough proposition. They beat Hearts recently at I'm going to say Love Street, showing my age, at St Mirren Park as well. And they'll be desperate for points. They'll know what it takes to beat us. But I like looking at our team tonight. We've gone back to pretty much full strength. Unfortunately, obviously, Lucas Fadinger serves his second match of his suspension. But you've got Elliot Watt back in the team, Callum Ward back in the team, Stephen Welsh obviously was ineligible for the cup tie. Cheers, Celtic. And Ibrahim Said, Captain Chaos, is back in the start lineup as well. I love that guy. He's just so it's crazy when he gets the ball. He can dribble past players. The wee game against Hibs, I don't know if you've seen it, it was all over social media, a wee kind of like jump. And I thought, the crowd just erupted and laughed. It was glorious. Some of his performances have been great, but he's also, I think, the most likely Motherwell player to get sent off for sticking the heat in somebody. He's just
does that.
You can't help loving him. He's pure entertainment.
I love him. I think, listen, some of the players in that team have come onto a game this season under Askew. I mean, really. I mean, O'Donnell. I'm going to put it out there, right? I heard people speaking about O'Donnell. I think Stevie Clark should take him to America.
I think Stephen Welsh out of our Stevens in defence is the most likely. I think Sods has probably had his international career, but I tell you, him and Paul McGinn, they're like Baresi and Maldini at the back at the moment. They've almost reinvented themselves. They've reinvigorated their careers, and you know it's great to see. Because I know Sods was getting at times a lot of stick off supporters for some of his performances, and he probably would admit himself he wasn't playing particularly well and looked ropey in defence, and people thought he's maybe done at Motherwell, but hands up, credit to him. He's done a remarkable job, and Paul McGinn just looks ageless.
I know. We're lucky to have him, to be honest. That was great that we managed to get him. Stephen O'Donnell, some of the passing that he's done over the past few games, some of those passes he's picked out.
Well, you look at the assist for Side's goal against Celtic, that long deep cross. It was absolutely magnificent. There's no other way of describing it. It was magnificent. And that night, he was in defence. He was absolutely solid as a rock. Admittedly, it wasn't the best Celtic team we've ever faced, and I think that's saying it lightly. But you can only beat what's put in front of you. But tonight will be a very different proposition. St Mirren have got one thing they have is they have a tremendous work rate, midfield to front. They're physical, but they've got pace on the counter attack, and we'll need to be on our mettle defensively, and hope that when our ball players like Elliot Watt, Eli Just, Ibra Side can get us in the front foot and provide the chances for to win there.
I think Aberdeen was a wake-up call for us. I think
Yeah.
that was, you know, it means we just need to concentrate on winning the league, Peter. Do you know what I mean?
I love it, man. I hope you. It would be incredible if you were right. I would probably need to win probably much all of our games, or only have a couple of draws in that, because I think Celtic, Rangers, Hearts will take points off each other.
Yeah.
The likes of ourselves, Hibs, Falkirk will also take points off them. But if we win all our games, then you could be right.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
It's going to be an interesting finish to the season, but we need to get the 3 points tonight, and I'll take any win. A 1-0, a 2-1 will do me fine.
I think it will be as tight as that, to be fair. I think it'll be a goal. It'll be a goal. If we get 1-0, I'll be delighted. I'll be delighted with that.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think because St Mirren are down the bottom, they're fighting for their lives. They'd won a cup, and credit to them for doing that. You know, they deserve to win the cup, but they're now being dragged into a relegation dogfight. Maybe not for bottom place, but for the playoff. And at this stage of the season, you see what they did against Hearts, albeit Hearts are a player sent off. But you know, we need to be switched on defensively and have the right attitude and application. And get to it. That's never been in doubt with this team. They've always worked hard for each other. So if we get that right, hopefully our quality will shine through. But as I say, St Mirren do have a lot of good players that are better than they're given credit for, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Right, so let's get ready for the game. It's not far until we're, in fact, 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes, yes. I'll get Premier Sports on, and we'll get hopeful, and we can put on a good performance and make up for Wednesday night, and we'll
catch up at the other end.
Catch up at full time, and hopefully we're seeing smiley faces at full time as well. We can't promise, but we will see.
Don't have too many beers.
I can guarantee that will be the case. I promise you. Scouts order.
All right. Well, listen. Good to catch up, Peter. Man, it's good to see you again. And
you, Gary, you too, mate.
We'll look forward to hopefully bringing 3 points home. Speak to you at the other end, buddy.
Yes. Well done, mate. Motherwell.